in this aeroplane, and it'll still stay in the sky. So if you're going to have the king of the Western world, you should really have him in the queen of the skies.
It's in simulators like this that pilots are certified to fly the jumbo jet. Today, Bruce and his team are about to recreate a rocket attack.
I've never done it before.
So, just how strong is the 747?
Let's see what happens.
A heat-seeking missile takes out a jet engine.
Engine number 2's failed now. 2 engines out on the same side, one on fire, one's failed. You've got 4 engines, you've still got 2 left. You can see the airplane is perfectly survivable. It's astonishing. You want to keep the guy with his finger on the nuclear trigger in one piece. The 747 is awesome.
From its Cold War conflict with Cuba to modern-day tensions with North Korea and Iran, America has stood ready for confrontation many times. But its worst attack came when it wasn't looking. On that day, Air Force One had taken George W. Bush to a presidential engagement in Sarasota, Florida.
Well, I remember waking up September 11th, 2001, to a perfect day. There was not a cloud in the sky in the entire lower 48 states. We're going to an elementary school, and you're talking about leaving no child behind in education. I'm standing at the door to the classroom with the principal of the school and the president. I did hear 2 people kind of ask, "Did anybody hear about a plane crash in New York City?" And then the principal opened the door to the classroom, and she walked in with the president. The door shut, and then a nanosecond later, Captain Lauer came up to me and said, "Oh my gosh, another plane hit the other tower at the World Trade Center." I, number one, thought of initials UBL, Osama bin Laden. I knew about Al-Qaeda. The president did not know that I had stepped into the room. I came in from behind. I leaned over and whispered into his right ear, "A second plane hit the second tower. America is under attack." I could see his head bobbing up and down. I stepped back from him so that he couldn't ask me a question. And then I opened the door to the command center, walked in. The first thing I said is, "Get the FBI director on the phone. Get the crew back on Air Force One, because we're going to have to get out of here."
We saw it on television when Andy Carter leans over to the president, lets him know the country's under attack. The director of the White House military office calls the aircraft, lets me know that we're now going to need to move the president. We've got to move him fast, because now the Washington, D.C. is under attack.
We get out of the limousine, run up the gangplank. Even before the president is safely seated in his seat, the door is shut and the plane is starting to roll down the runway. We take off at a very steep incline. This was rocketing up.
The intent was to climb out very steep so that no one would have the ability to use a long gun and shoot at us, etc. The plane is very powerful. It was passed to us that the Angel is the next target. Angel was, at the time, one of the classified call signs of Air Force One. So at this point, we asked for fighter support.
Mark Tillman is saying, "Where are we going?" And the president is saying, "We're going to D.C." And I'm saying, "Mr. President, you don't want to make that decision right now."